Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka Dutchman in San Marcos. That was my old channel, Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we've got a good show today. Got a little bit more work done on the oops, but it's moving along slowly. There's other things that I'm going to show you that I might be looking at. So let's get going. All right, here we go. We've got the oops guitar on the bench, and it's looking good. It's actually in there. As you can see, I got the neck. I got the tuners on. It was kind of interesting when I was doing it that I was going to put this here and do these two, but I had to do these two up. And I didn't know where to go with this one because it gets wider. So I just stuck them around the corner. So we'll see how that works. And got my strings marked and lined up. Got the blue scale going. And actually back in the box, so I can see that it's coming along pretty good. When you look at this, when I take the straight edge on it, and I might be using this bridge. I put them on there. If I put this guy on here, which will be right in here, as you can see, if I put this on it goes a little high here, so as it comes across, it's like just right in there. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't know if you can see that on the side. So this still is kind of in the running until I get it all put together. We'll get the tailpiece back on. Get the tailpiece back on there. Actually goes this way. Goes that way. But the neck itself is nice and square. I got the veneer on there. Little goof up on the edges, but it's not perfect. Did smooth this out a little better. Got the tailpiece done a little better. So what's next is just putting the frets on and tailpiece back on and stringing it up. So not a whole lot left. So I was shopping the other day. It was actually in Winco, and I'm always on the lookout for using different things. And I'm really kind of shifting gears here. I want to use my next, since I'm working with this box so much, I've got another one just like it. So I want to use this box for a newer project. But what I found in Winco, we have a cat, Winky the cat. So what I found in Winco when we were buying cat food, and I've always been looking, was a little cat dish. And it's actually all stainless steel. It's got a nice indentation. So I'm going to make this one a resonator one. I've never built one like that before. It'll be the first one that I've ever built. And so what we'll do, and the label's okay. You get it all over the place. It's not, in my mind, the top of the box isn't one of those more exciting boxes or more decorated that I wouldn't mind cutting into. So what I'm going to do is build a resonator guitar, probably right in there where this will be sunken in with the bridge on top. And when you listen to this thing, it's got pretty good resonance. So I'll probably do that and put some kind of holes here for the sound to come out. Sink this, this on a resonator guitar would sink in. So, it'd be in here like that. So yeah, so that might be the next project to fiddle around with. So yeah, I just thought I would show you that and get moving forward with that. So let's put these frets in. Since I've still got quite a bit of time. I'm only 5 minutes into this, and I usually do at least a 10-15 minute thing. Showed you my new project that I'm thinking about. So let's do a little work. I know I don't put a lot of that on here, but you know, I won't be narrating too much, but we can show you some of that. If any of you saw my short video that I posted, and you watch this show as well, I'd like to know that. So if you could put it in the comments, I watched the short. That would help me out a lot of who's actually watching those, or if people that are watching the short are coming over to my channel, because I'd like to know you. So put a comment in there. I watched the short in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you and respond to that. So be sure to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. So let me get this set up to do a little fretting on here and see how it goes. I got a really good cut on everything. The last time I did fretting, I was having trouble with it, and so let's see if we can get it right. You know, the pressure's on because I'm on camera, not to goof up, and maybe that'll help with the fretting of this one. So hang on, let me get my stuff. Okay, here we go. I got my frets. It was funny, I have this one right here, which I hope is enough, and I've got one little piece here, which might be 2 of those frets. I was looking at this one, going, is that the jumbo? And I was like, no, this is coming out of the medium one. And then so I have this bag that is loaded, because you got to buy a lot of them. These are and these say jumbo nickel silver frets, and so I pulled one of those out, and when you look at them, here's the jumbo one, and here's the medium. So you can see the size difference. So I know I got a jumbo here, and if I run, I might not get it all done, because that's all the mediums I have. You know, I definitely got plenty of jumbos, but I want to put jumbos on them, because this will be the 0 fret right up here. So let's get that one going. I'm gonna cut it. Looks like that's a good size. So let's get this going. I got my nippers there. Now the last time I did these frets on that one, I noticed I was using this side of the hammer, and that was nicking it. So on this hammer they have little different tips, and so I put the plastic tip, not this one. This one here seemed like it was wrecking the frets, but I don't know, maybe that's my imagination. So I'm going to use the softer side so I don't dent it. So here we go. Fret number 1, the 0 fret. That seemed to go in there pretty good. It's holding well. Let me get my clippers. Beauty. I got these actually at a swap meet because I needed big ones like that, and they worked out really well for the frame. So there's the jumbo number 1 in there. I'm just gonna file this edge a little bit. only because I don't want to tear my hands on it as I go along. Plus, it kind of tests to see how hard I got it in there, because if it's not in there, it would pop out before I use any CA glue. So that side smoothed out nice. Let's do this side. There we go. Looking good. Tap it down. There we go. Well, there's number one. Now we're going to start with these, and we got to be really careful because I only got one left. So let's get, but I don't have that many to do, so that might be the key. One and up. I'm just looking at my other one I did, and I got a lot of, oh, that was a jumbo. Just kind of checking it out. Just trying to improve my method of fretting and making necks, and just taking it nice and slow. I want to cut this one close because I want to use it for that one, and at least get two out of this one. There, that was a good clip. Okay, same routine here. Let's a little less overwhelming doing them when I put them in one at a time, because when I get them all on there and I got to file them all, it's like I try to rush and do it. So maybe this is working better. All right, so there's that one. Obviously I have to do the sides. So there's that one, and this is the other piece I have left. So we'll get this guy in here. I don't want to waste any on the sides. Kind of taking my time to get it lined up. It's kind of like you got one chance. One chance at it, really. All right, so there's 2 frets. The 0 fret right here, and those 2, the 2nd and the 3rd on our blues scale. So that's coming along pretty good. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest. That actually shows us getting going. Once we get these in and that tailpiece on, we can string it up and actually see how it sounds. And then I got to decide if I'm going to paint this or stain it. Yeah. So, looking good. I guarantee next video we'll be playing it. Even if it doesn't work, we'll play it. So, because this ain't gonna take long here to get the rest of these done. I'm moving along pretty good, and I think they're coming out pretty, yeah, nice and straight so far. No rocking on it yet. So, that'll be the show. Be sure to subscribe and like. Let me know in those comments if you saw my short video in the middle of the week. Actually, I didn't get it to it on Wednesday. I had to do recording and I worked. I actually did it Thursday. I wanted to put a thumbnail picture on it, but I guess you can't put them in on there. I took one and put DISM on it, a shot of the whole cigar box guitar. I'm calling it the cigar caster, but that'll be my thumbnail on this one. So that'll explain that thumbnail. Nobody else will know that unless you watched all the way to the end. And hey, make sure you watch and see the train come in the station. So we'll see you next week. Hey, one more side note before I go. Just thought you'd be interested. I kept going. It's kind of addictive. Once you start doing it, you can't stop. So after I turned the camera off, I kept going, and I finished it up. Look at that. All the frets are in. And I still had that much left. Maybe enough for one fret left. So I'll definitely use that on another project, but I won't need it on this one. So there we go. Not leveled up. I did have one pop out when I started sanding it, so I stopped sanding them. I'm going to put CA glue in those little cracks all the way down. But yeah, it's looking pretty straight. A little bit of bow in the neck this way, but the tension of the string should pull it. So hopefully we'll be coming out all right. So I'm kind of banking on that. So I'll get these glued. And hey, see you next week. Thanks for enjoying the show, and we'll talk to you later.